Hey, what's going on guys? Today we are doing episode 24 of the Fortnite Mythbusters. In today's episode, I have in store some awesome myths that a lot of you guys have been recommending, including the main question, can you rocket ride while pushing a shopping cart? Before we get into the video, answer this quick question because a lot of people are having a big debate about it. Would you rather take 8 mini shields or 1 big potion? Honestly, in my opinion, I would much rather take the 8 mini shields just because I push a lot of fights and I feel like I would definitely use a lot more of the mini shields rather than just 1 big potion, which is only 50 shield. Also guys, I'm giving away 1000 V-Bucks to enter. All what you have to do is subscribe, turn on post notifications, and go enter first link in the description below. The winner will be drawn on the 21st, so make sure to be entered. Also guys, for the lack of videos within the past week, my ISP was like throttling my internet or something was going on with my internet. I was getting literally 0.7 uploads, so it was insanely hard to make videos, but now it's back and better than ever. Anyways guys, without further ado, let's get right on in to today's video. To begin, the first myth is, if you land in the shopping cart before you hit the ground, will you take no fall damage at all? This was highly requested and honestly one of the most hardest things to do in Fortnite, but if you can pull it off, it will definitely save your life and you will not take any fall damage whatsoever, no matter how high you fall from. To do this, you go up to the max build height or however high you want to go, and you have to fall straight on top of a shopping cart and spam whatever button it is for you to go inside of the shopping cart. In my case, it's E. And if you're lucky enough, right before you hit the ground and hit the shopping cart, if you are pressing it fast enough, you will hopefully land inside of the cart. This is registering that you are not taking any fall damage, but instead just getting inside of a shopping cart. This is insanely hard to do, but definitely something to keep in mind in case you are falling from a super high height. The next myth is, what happens when a basketball or a soccer ball lands inside of the shopping cart? To do this myth, we kind of built like a little staircase and a platform and tried to get the basketball to land on the platform itself. Now once you have it up there, it's insanely hard to get it perfectly to the point where it'll just fall straight into the cart. Sadly, the ball just goes straight through the shopping cart and nothing happens at all. This is very similar to the last Mythbusters episode where we did this but with guns instead. It honestly would be pretty cool to put items inside of the shopping cart, similar to how you could put like C4s on top of it, but the game kind of registers the shopping cart as a box rather than the actual shape of it. It would definitely be an awesome addition to make the shopping cart be able to add more items into it, since I mean shopping carts, that's kind of what they're meant for you to put stuff in it. So just imagine finding a shopping cart, then killing somebody, and you being able to transport their loot from one place to another, of course with a cap limit inside of it. Maybe carry like an extra medkit, an extra like sniper, I don't even know, but that would be an awesome addition. The next myth is, will the shopping cart bounce when you go on top of a bouncer? By this point, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know the answer to this, and yes, the shopping cart will be affected when you do go on top of a bouncer. So without spending a whole ton of time on this myth, it leads us into the next myth, which is, will you take fall damage if you go off of the bouncer inside of a shopping cart from a high height? In game, when we tested this, we were super high up to the point where if we did not have the effects of the hop rock from the bouncer, you would take fall damage and end up dying, especially with the shopping cart. So when you do have the shopping cart and you do go on the bouncer, the hop rock effect does go onto the cart itself, so you do not take any fall damage whatsoever. The next myth is, will the flipping sexy emote work with the hop rock? Meaning, will it bounce you up even higher than you usually do? This emote is a pretty unique one, not like any other emotes that we currently have today. This emote is, I'm pretty sure, one of the only ones where your character hops up into the air and he goes back down, but he does like a little jump. So will the hop rock effect launch you higher up than normal when you do this emote? When you do not have the effect of the hop rock, your character will bounce kind of like a height of a regular character. That's how high he will jump, maybe a little bit lower, but when you do take a hop rock, you will still jump the exact same height. It would be pretty cool for the game to register as you doing this emote and you actually jump way higher than normal. Maybe you could even fit like 1 or 2 flips in the emote. This was a pretty highly requested one and definitely one that I had to test for myself. The next myth is, if you edit a wall at Spawn Island and you go into the actual game, will you still have those same edits or will they reset? Since you now can destroy anything at Spawn Island and practically get as much resources as you possibly can in the timer before the game starts, you do have a ton of time to edit your walls and make them however you want for the game to start. Surprisingly, in game, you will still have the exact same edit effects, and I'm pretty sure it corresponds to different matches as well. So in one game, if you edit a window in your wall, I'm pretty sure it'll go into the next game as well. This is definitely very useful for all of you people who use the pyramid schematic rather than the regular stairs. At Spawn Island, you can edit and make your own kind of stairs with the pyramid. Personally, I don't really use this too much. I might use it from now on, maybe for like a window in my walls, but this is definitely good to know. The next myth is, can you rocket ride while pushing a shopping cart? This is definitely an insanely hard myth to do, because not only do you have to find a shopping cart, which is pretty common, you have to find a RPG semi close to the beginning of the game. When me and my friend tested this out in game, it was super hard to do and we kept running out of rockets, but sadly we were never actually able to rocket ride while pushing a shopping cart. To be fair, in fact, I don't even think it is possible to rocket ride while pushing a shopping cart, because if you look closely, when you go on a bouncer and you're falling down, your character does this weird animation where his legs are kind of flying in a Superman position. So by what I'm assuming, the hitbox is a little different. You do not have the regular hitbox of your character standing in the sky like how you regularly would rocket ride. And even if you do somehow get on the rocket, your shopping cart will definitely pull your character down. I mean, it's pretty heavy on the end, and I doubt the rocket will be able to hold both of them. Anyways, this is insanely hard to do, and I think it's pretty impossible to do this. I have never seen anyone do this, and after testing it out on my own, I highly doubt anyone will ever be able to. If you guys ever get a chance to try this out on your own, please attempt it. It's insanely hard to do, and if you do end up succeeding, please send it to me on Twitter and I will most likely feature it in another episode. The final myth is, if you are hit with a boogie bomb and go to the dance tile in Loot Lake Factory, will it activate the tile? In the Loot Lake Factory, there are 4 tiles. This is actually for one of your Battle Pass quests, and you have to get 4 people to dance on them in order to raise the disco ball in the middle. If you get boogie bombed, your character will automatically start dancing, but sadly it will not activate the tile. The tile will just stay the same. This was pretty surprising to see, since your character is doing a dance. It should definitely activate the tile, but sadly it doesn't. Anyways guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's episode of the Fortnite Mythbusters. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, make sure to leave a like and also subscribe if you are new to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications to be notified whenever I upload or do go live. Also, comment down a myth you would like to see in the next or future episodes, and I will see you guys next time.